Hey YouTube, it's Jonathan, and today I'm going to put some makeup on my face for you. Today I'm not going to be using any powder products. I'm only going to be using liquids and creams to achieve the look that I'm going for. I want it to be super fresh, springy, summery, perfect for going on vacation or just light day wear. I also have a few products that I think are really great for the spring and summer that are newer that you've probably seen reviews about, but I'm just going to put my 2 cents in on that too. The first of which is the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector Broad Spectrum SPF 20. As far as I know, they got rid of their old BB cream and sort of put this to replace it. It's not called a BB cream or a CC cream or any kind of thing like that. It's just billed as like a hybrid complexion perfector, which to me just says it's a light coverage foundation, and I have used this before and I like it, and I'm going to talk more about that in just a second. I also have the new Do the Hula from Benefit. This is their liquid bronzer I have in a sample size. And then I have Juicy Shaker from Lancome. I already talked about one of these before, and that was in Berry in Love, which is like a purple shade. Didn't really work with my coloring, so I picked up Freedom of Peach, which I think works a lot better. Alright, so I'm going to jump right in with One and Done from Urban Decay. I'm going to put a couple pumps of this on the back of my hand and start working that in with my fingertips, and then I'm gonna blend it in with a brush. I have this in the shade Light, which works pretty well for me. It's pretty sheer, so if the color is not dead on when you swatch it, it does kind of blend in. I think this works fine with fingers, but just blending it in with the brush at the end just really kind of makes it look seamless and as if it's part of the skin. So I would say this is pretty light coverage. I think this is like a perfect no makeup vacation foundation. It's a little bit more matte than I normally wear my foundations. The more matte-ish finish I think will help the skin to last a little bit longer in the heat. And it also has SPF 20, which I think is kind of nice for everyday wear. I have a healing spot on my forehead from a blemish that I had last week, and it's pretty dry right now, and the foundation isn't really clinging to it. It's not making it like look beautiful or like perfectly smoothed over, but it's not really clinging on it, which is pretty good. Under my eyes, I have an old favorite. This is the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline in the shade Fair. And I'm just gonna dot a little bit of that under my eyes, just in this corner, around my nose, on that spot, and just on my chin to highlight. So that's the base done. Again, I'm not going to be using any powders today, so I'm going to go right in with my liquid bronzer. This again is Do the Hula from Benefit. I'm going to put 1 pump of this on the back of my hand, which is just enough to get my face done. And I'm going to be using a little bit of a smaller stippling style brush from e.l.f. just to work that into the perimeters and high points of my face. I've only used this a couple times, but I really like it so far because it doesn't add coverage to the skin like some liquid and cream bronzers can. It just is very sheer, but gives you a nice boost of warmth of color. They also label it as a matte liquid bronzer. I think they mean matte as in no shimmer, because it's definitely not mattifying or powdery in finish. It doesn't dry down like that. It actually gives you kind of a wet, not the most dewy wet look in the world, but it's definitely not matte. Bronzer on. Now I'm going to use a cream blush that I always forget that I have. It somehow always gets pushed to the back of my shelves. I don't even know if I've ever used it in a video, but this is the Becca Beach Tint Shimmer Souffle, and I have the shade Watermelon/Moonstone. And it's basically like a corally reddish sort of tone cream blush infused with the Shimmering Skin Perfector Moonstone. On that same stippling brush, I'm just going to tap that into the product. Rub it on the back of my hand because I forget how pigmented this is. I'm working that right onto the top of my cheeks, kind of high up. I want this to look super natural and just like, I don't want to say the word sunburny, but almost like sun-kissed and like, yeah, almost like sunburny. I want this to look very natural and realistic. That's why I chose more of a red tone. I'm also taking that onto the temples, just a little bit above the brow, and then onto the chin. And I just love the way that looks super natural and catches the light. I also think I'm going to take a little bit of this on my ring finger and sort of just work it over my eyelid. That's pretty. That just adds a nice subtle wash of color. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to keep the lashes very natural. I'm just, again, using another sample size from Benefit. This is the Their Real Tinted Primer, and this is in the shade Mink Brown. And I'm just going to sort of quickly coat the lashes. I don't want mascara eyelashes. Just because this is like a quick sort of summery, just skin enhancing look. So just a quick like run through just to hold the curl and give them a little bit of color. Same as always on the brows, I'm going to use my Lancome Sourcil Defini, and I'm just going to do that really quickly. really only hitting the parts of my brow that really need a little bit of extra help. I want to keep this as undone and as casual and as simple as possible. So I've got my brows on and they're not too perfect, but they're just filled in and looking nice and natural. And last step is a little bit of something on the lips, and this is again Juicy Shaker from Lancome. So I'm gonna shake that up and then just kind of dab that on the lips. And that is the look. Super simple, super easy, no powders involved. You could do this whole look with your fingertips if you really wanted to. And that's what I love about cream and liquid products, is the simpleness, the ease, and the fresh glow that they add to the skin. I think this look is very brightening on the face, and the little bit of shine and shimmer from the cream blush and cream products just leaves the cheeks looking nice and glowy, but not greasy. And this is pretty similar to how I wear my makeup pretty much day to day right now. I like to keep it very light and simple and quick. And just a side note about the 3 newer products that I used in this video, the One and Done from Urban Decay, the Do the Hula, and the Juicy Shaker. I absolutely love all of these products so far, and they are all going to sit on my top shelf, and I will probably be reaching for them quite a bit this spring and summer. I hope you all enjoyed this look. If you have any suggestions for your favorite cream and liquid products, leave those in the description box below, as well as any products that you absolutely love for the summertime. I love reading your comments and finding new products to try out. While you're down there, make sure you open up my description box, because I've got a link to every single product that I used today down there for you, just in case you wanted any extra information on them. I also have a link to my Facebook page, as well as my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all at JonJonTalks. Click on my face now if you're not already subscribed to my channel and you'd like to be here for my new videos every week. I post 2 videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I used to have the eye lift in a tube that had this on one side and the highlighter on the other side, which is fab. It's amazing.